We're out and about in nature. And we found a little friend out here. Hey, come here. Leave a kitty cat alone. Come on. I just came out here to look for some blackberries. And, oddly enough, the camera that I had before, horrible video. And the camera can't focus. She's just upset at that cat. It's just sitting there. Come on. Leave the kitty alone. She likes to chase cats. She doesn't do anything when she catches them, but she loves for the cats to run. It's bad, I know, but it makes me laugh. Yeah, this is the best patch of blackberry right here. Anyway, the camera that I got, right? I thought, okay, it's got a CMOS sensor in it. It should be better resolution-wise than this little tiny camera that's in the phone. Turns out the phone is actually better at focusing. And I don't even think there's a physical focusing lens in this camera. It's all software. These aren't ripe yet. Yeah, they're pretty tart and they're red, but this is a huge blackberry patch right here. My problem is it's wild, so, and it turns out the camera I was using, the microphone is right where you put your thumb, so it ends up covering it up. Look at that. Huh. Pretty cool, huh? There's tons of blackberry back there. Yeah. Some more right there. I already got about a pound of blackberry. Ooh, there's a good one. I'm gonna eat that one. Already got about a pound of blackberry. Enough to make I was gonna make a pie out of it, but I ended up eating it all. People make wine out of this, and the reason why, if I can show you, you see, it's got a dye in it. It looks like blood, but it's not. It stains your fingers. Dun, dun, dun. You can hear somebody's baby out back, having fun in the backyard. Look at that purple flower. It's cool looking. I wish I knew more about botany. I would soak that stuff up like crazy. Just, they have to have their class divisions. The people who got their education given to them and the people who had their education denied. Because you have to have people denied to have people be given, correct? At least that's their thinking. Come on. You're supposed to lead. Come on. Come on. Huh. She usually runs out ahead of me. There you go. Go ahead. So I was out here picking blackberry yesterday, and I lost my shirt because I was sweating. It was quite hot out here. It's cool now. Ooh, look at that. this. I know blackberry flowers. There's another one. Little yellow flowers. Blackberry flowers are white. They spring early, right before spring. Occasionally you'll see some mid-spring, late spring, but it's rare. Nature isn't all perfectly timed. I've always wondered about this plant right here. It looks like chamomile, you know, but it's not quite the same family as chamomile. Oh, look, there's a big one. That was a tart one. Six minutes, 35 seconds into the adventure. Hey, did anyone see that, those people unburying that nuclear Titan silo? That's pretty cool. You could make that into like, what was that? The Vault? That game. Huh. I don't know what kind of bird that is, but it doesn't look very meaty. There's a game called, hey, usually out there you can see a bunch of whitetail. There's a little resting place out there. They like to sleep right in the middle of that field. Usually if I'm making noise, they'll jump. But they're all young, I can tell. So it's the offspring of the family. Anyway. Oh yeah. There's something interesting back here. Some really thick cable. I've never seen cable that thick before. There's a lot of it out here. I'm not into scrapping because you gotta have a lot of good money invested to do it. It's not worth the gas and the time. And getting salvage rights and all that other crap. But you know, if you've been doing it for a long time, you know how to do it. Oh, look, a cardinal. Oh, it flew off. There's a little cardinal nest back there. Anyway, I gotta put this down. Pants keep falling off. I don't know if it's because I'm losing weight or it's not a bad thing. I just can't get my. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. The fat one. She likes to show me the little. She loves to point out these. Hey, what you doing? This one's pretty deep. It goes down. Ooh. It's not that deep, but maybe about 12, 13, 14, 16 foot. We'll seed that. There we go. They'll probably come in here and destroy everything, you know. That's how they do it. Spend $500,000 building up some place to let it sit, and spend $2 million wrecking it and rebuilding it. You know, after I shot those videos, someone came out here and dug this area up right here. And I'm pretty sure they were checking a water line or a sewer line or something. Not sure why, but that looks like a hole. Yeah, as you can see that you can always see the clearing. It used to be a trail, and that was a trail. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, this whole area is just taking one walk through it. You can get about a pound of blackberry. And it produces blackberry for a good 3-4 months. Just a little box of blackberry here sells for about $4 or $5. It's not really worth trying to sell it. I mean, you gotta, but it's good for if you want to eat it fresh. You know where it comes from. No pesticides or anything like that. My shoes are starting to get holes in them, so I gotta get rid of them. Get some new shoes. She loves to check these out. I don't know why, but she just loves to. Someone threw a beer bottle down there. It's perfect out here right now. About 62 degrees. It's beautiful. It's odd for April to be this way. We're a couple of days away from May, and normally it's so hot it usually goes from about 60 to 70 degrees, which is perfect, all the way back up to, it's like it goes bam, and then it gets to 90, upwards to 100. Then you have your 20-degree swing at night. So it goes from about 90 to 80, lower 80s, upper 90s. And it usually hits that right away, like right after April. They said this year is unusual in that the cool, you can feel it. It's kind of like someone opened the refrigerator. There's a cool in the air. It's unusual. But here's the odd part. When I was a kid, spring used to actually last for several months. So this is the way I remember it when I was younger. You know, spring didn't last for like a week like it used to here, which was nuts. Here's another cardinal. She always wants to go down here, but come on. I don't go that way. Look at that. It's flowering. You don't see those very much. They're really odd looking, aren't they? It's kind of cool looking. I think I've seen people cut those and put them in water or whatever. I've noticed that wild plants flower a lot better. You know, every time I've tried to grow stuff manually, I couldn't get it to flower or seed. And I tried everything. Tried the shock methods, you know, putting it in the refrigerator, all that other stuff. Didn't work very well. More and more of my sources of information are become laden with commercials. Which brings me to something I was talking about, right? Most people don't normally get involved with politics, but I've been following this right to fix movement, which is the, if you buy something, you have the right to repair it, irregardless of copyrights and any of that crap. Like the number one right that takes first priority is the right to repair something. You have the right to keep something in working order. And I agree with that 100%. That is the problem that everyone in this country has faced. Is most of the corporations have outsourced their manufacturing, and the manufacturing intellectual property rights are therefore under another country's domain. She remembers there was Blackberry over there. She likes to do that. She likes to travel down the same paths that we do. But increasingly, copyright has just become the domain of trolls. Corporations seeking to get money with no actual work or innovation involved. And that's how they've been using it for the last 20 or 30 years. You know, ever since big money pulled out of the nuclear holocaust thing, scaring the American public into paying for huge bunkers and then filling them in with cement. It's kind of stupid when you think about it. I mean, if they had a nuclear war, they'd let everyone die. In other words, no one would be safe, except for a bunch of steroid-taking jarheads in a cement bunker, and like the one lady that they had on duty. Yeah, God help the American people, right? You could make a funny movie about that, but I think it would get depressing quick. I wonder what that is. It sort of looks like fennel. No? There's some kind of spice. Hey, look at that. Huh. It's odd looking. It dried up. This is my second walk today, so I've had my fill. Anyway, I tried to do this with a camera. It didn't work, so I'm using the phone. It just has a better picture quality. I'd like to get one of those action cams that you can wear on a helmet so your hands can be free. That way when I fix stuff, I can just put it on my head like a little miner's lamp. Okay. Well, doesn't that look? It looks like wild carrot or something. Doesn't it strike you as odd that all the taxonomy of plants? By the way, dandelion roots are edible, I'm pretty sure. All the taxonomy of figuring out what's edible, what isn't, is all in old Latin. And it's the most absurd shit ever. Like they'll call something officionalialis to say that it's official. This is the official version. Oh yeah, they were stuffed up back then. Pompous asses. They had these high courts that would decide which plant was official and which one was common or vulgaire. Okay. Here. I gotta go. And she's stopping so I can meet her.